An ESG supply chain manager plays a critical role in ensuring that a company's supply chain operations aligns with its environmental, social, and governance values. This is becoming increasingly important as stakeholders, including customers, investors, and regulators, demand more transparency and accountability around the impact of businesses on the planet and society. In this context, the ESG supply chain manager's responsibilities are crucial in managing risks, promoting ethical and sustainable practices, and improving the company's reputation and long-term viability. To achieve these objectives, the ESG supply chain manager needs to have a deep understanding of sustainability, ethical business practices, and responsible supply chain management. This requires a range of skills, including strategic thinking, problem solving, analytical skills, project management, and stakeholder engagement. They must be able to identify and address potential ESG risks and opportunities throughout the supply chain, from sourcing raw materials to delivering products to customers, and develop and implement ESG policies and procedures to mitigate those risks and capitalize on opportunities. In addition to identifying and addressing ESG risks and opportunities, the ESG supply chain manager is responsible for tracking and reporting on ESG performance metrics, which involves collecting and analyzing data on a range of ESG factors, such as greenhouse gas emissions, labor practices, and supply chain transparency, and using that data to measure the company's progress towards its ESG goals. They must be able to communicate this information effectively to both internal and external stakeholders, including senior management, investors, customers, and suppliers. To be successful, the ESG supply chain manager must collaborate with internal and external stakeholders to incorporate ESG considerations into decision-making processes for the supply chain. This requires building strong relationships with suppliers, customers, and other stakeholders, and working closely with cross-functional teams such as procurement, logistics, and quality assurance. They must also be able to provide good guidance and support to these teams to ensure that they understand and implement ESG policies and procedures effectively. Ultimately, the ESG supply chain manager will have a full depth understanding of their organization's operations, from the footprint of the supply chain to an understanding of where the materials come from, who works on those materials, as well as the journey it takes to get to the organization's facilities. This holistic understanding is critical for identifying and addressing ESG risks and opportunities, and developing effective ESG strategies that align with the company's values and objectives. By doing so, they can help to improve the company's environmental and social impact, build trust and credibility with stakeholders, and ensure long-term business success. To perform the job of an ESG supply chain manager, some really important skills involve analytical skills as well as strong communication. Analytical skills are important to identify and mitigate ESG risks and opportunities, while communication skills are essential as the role involves engaging with internal and external stakeholders to promote ESG practices. Project management skills, attention to detail, and the ability to work under pressure are also critical. When it comes to the education required to get the job, typically a bachelor's degree in supply chain management, business administration, sustainability, environmental studies, or a related field is required to become an ESG supply chain manager. Additionally, there are relevant certifications such as the Certified Supply Chain Professional or the Sustainability Supply Chain Professional, which can enhance the job prospects. The career salary range for an ESG supply chain manager varies depending on the company, industry, and location, but generally the average salary range is $90,000 per year, with a range of $70,000 to $140,000 per year. The role of an ESG supply chain manager is crucial in promoting sustainability, ethical business practices, and responsible supply chain management within a company. As sustainability and ESG become increasingly important to consider for businesses, the demand for professionals with expertise in this area is expected to grow. Pursuing relevant education and certifications can help individuals seeking to enter this field and advance their careers.